Beaumont, and welcome back to Get Published TV. This is the only dedicated show on the internet to help you to write, publish, and market your own best-selling book. Now, we've been speaking about this subject here called book titles. Now, if you're watching yesterday's video, somewhere along the line, this whiteboard has almost fallen over, and I've been completely oblivious to it. So you may have had some fun watching yesterday's video, seeing it, gradually fall over. But anyway, so I thought I'd just leave that there for now. I will fix it up for the next episode. I thought that was quite funny when I came over there and pressed stop and saw the whiteboard was leaning over. Anyway, so let's continue now and keep talking about this idea of book titles. Now, we looked at, just to quickly recap again, we've spoken about short titles, long titles, shock titles, story and metaphor titles, common sayings with a twist. And now we're actually going to look at the last two that we're going to cover, and that is series title and also personal brand. So let's look at the first one of those last two, which is series title. Now, I suppose the master at series titles would have to be Jack Canfield and Mark Victor Hansen with the Chicken Soup for the Soul series. That was such an amazing concept, and there's a brilliant story of how they came up with that particular title. I think it was Jack Canfield's idea, and Mark instantly fell in love with it because it really gave a feeling of what the book is about. And I remember watching a video from Mark Victor Hansen. He spoke about the title normally comes from your heart, and the subtitle normally comes from your head as well. So you've got to come up with something that's going to grab people, and for them, Chicken Soup for the Soul gave a lot of feeling, because people already had an understanding of what chicken soup meant for people, and they then used that for their book as well. So they used something that already had, let's call it equity, or let's had it some type of feeling recognition, and they translated that to their book. So it was very, very clever what they actually have done. But then they had Chicken Soup for the Soul 1, Chicken Soup for the Soul 2, then Chicken Soup for the Teenage Soul, Mother's Soul, Guitar Player's Soul, Entrepreneur's Soul. The list goes on and on and on. And I think now they have over 200 titles, which is just incredible. Blows me away every time. I am not as prolific, let's just say, as that at the moment, but I have done a similar thing in using a series style, and I've published 16 books. So it's obviously a lot less than 200, but in a country like Australia that has 21 million people, publishing 16 books, 15 of them in that same series, is pretty special. And I don't know if anyone, any self-published author or even any published author has ever published a series to have so many books. So this is called Secrets. My series is called the Secrets Exposed series. So what changes in the middle here is whatever is the topic. So this one is Secrets of Internet Entrepreneurs Exposed, but I've got secrets of male entrepreneurs, female entrepreneurs, property millionaires, great public speakers, small business owners, inspiring leaders, and there's of course 15 different titles. So mine's called the Secrets Exposed series, and so each book has a similar title, but just obviously a different topic area. So there's that name recognition, and that's one of the things that I wanted to do. Maybe it's probably not the best title for a single book, and I could have come up with something that's a bit better, but I remember when I started this, I said to myself, if I'm writing 10 books, I've got to come up with a title that's actually going to be able to be used for 10 different styles of books. And it was Mark Victor Hansen that said, don't think book, think book series, and helped me to say, okay, think bigger, Dale. Don't just think of one book. What about if you had 5 or 10 books? Come up with a title that's actually going to come up. You can change to have to use different books, because once people know it, once people trust it, once people have bought into the series, then they know what to expect. It's going to be predictable. So if you've bought one Chicken Soup for the Soul book and you're thinking, okay, well, I've got to buy a book for my mother, and you can say, great, well, Chicken Soup for the Mother's Soul, that's just a no-brainer, because you already know what that book is going to be about, and you know what you're getting. And it's the same with a couple of other series which we're going to go into as well. So some other ones let's just have a look at a friend of mine if I can find it. It's somewhere here, which is the 101 Ways. There it is, hiding down there. Okay, we've got 101 ways to really satisfy your customers. Now this is by Andrew Griffiths, and he's got... I should have known that was going to happen. I'm not going to start over again, even though you may be laughing right now. I'm going to continue and finish this video, seeing I've come so far. Anyway, okay, get myself back on track. So he's got chicken soup. What am I saying? He's got 101 ways to really satisfy your customers. He's also got 101 ways to advertise your business, 101 ways to boost your business, 101 ways to market your business. So there's a bunch of different books that he's got, all with the 101 ways, series. Okay, I'm a bit rattled now, so I'm trying to get myself back on track. What else have we got? Oh, okay, of course, we've got the classics, the Idiots and Dummies Guide. The Idiot's Guide 2, the Dummies Guide 2 are all classic examples of series, creating a series. Now you can do this, and again, it's not really that I have it's just because my world is primarily non-fiction, but I never want to isolate fiction writers, because I'm excited that a lot of fiction writers tune into this show every day, and I trust that you're getting lots of tips, so I'm always trying to, go back to fiction examples, even though I haven't written any fiction books myself. But of course, when it comes to the fiction, we cannot look past, come on, can you take a guess? I'll give you a clue, I'll give you the initials, HP. Harry Potter, of course. So that's a classic fiction book series, which has gone on to sell, I can't remember how many, but last check it was like 300 million. It's probably more like 400 million right now. And of course, the whole movie franchise, we're talking about probably billions of dollars worth of revenue that's been generated as a result of creating that series. And that's what's so powerful, is by creating a series and building that brand, then the next book leverages off the last book, and it goes and it goes and it goes and it goes and it goes, and it just expands. So by the time you've released your 10th or 11th book, people know exactly what they're getting, and you've already got a lot of followers. You've already got 1,000, 5,000, 10,000 people that the moment you release a book, they're going to go out and buy it, because they know what you stand for, they know what you represent, they know what they're getting, because that series has carried through every single book. Alright, I've really kind of gone to town on this episode. I've had a bit of a hiccup with the whiteboard falling down. I'll fix it for the next show. But again, think about it. Can you develop a series out of your book? Don't think book series. Okay, so I'll leave that thought with you. We'll wrap up now. Leave us your comments below, and we look forward to seeing you again next time on Get Published TV. Thanks for watching. Oh my gosh.